Today I've got two pairs of H1 cases to repair, and let me walk you through what's going on here. This one, I'm not going to say exactly what happened there, but it got fumbled and it broke right here where it mates with the clutch cover, and the case halves mate right there. And this is the bore for the Kickstarter, so it's kind of a sensitive area. This set over here belongs to my brother. When he disassembled it, and there's a video on that. I'll put a link in the description if you want to check us out disassembling that. The cylinders were hard to get off. You might want to check it out. It's pretty interesting. But when he got to cleaning it up, this transfer port was just built up with JB weld right there, like, you know, maybe someone was trying to get the cylinders off and they broke the case trying to pry the cylinder off, and then just JB welded it and put it back together. Then here on the stator cover, this had a big chunk out of it also. Joe fit a piece in there, and it's not perfect, but he's kind of using the dyno cover to hold it down. I'm going to have to go in there and prep that a little better to get a little better penetration, and then he's going to finish it out. I'm going to finish this one out. And it's a little tricky. I have the broken pieces here, but you know, you can't really put those back in. They're just going to, as soon as you strike up on them, they're going to try to, you know, nuclear meltdown on you. So probably just going to do a build up in here or put another piece of material in and finish it out. You can kind of see it has this detail right here. I have to reproduce this detail right here. It's going to be kind of tricky. And this customer's engine cases, this guy, from what I understand, he's making like a concourse level machine. He's making a real nice bike. This bike is a restoration, but it still needs to be right. Just real briefly, in case you're not familiar with the process we use to make these aluminum repairs, this is a TIG welder. This is the TIG torch. TIG is tungsten inert gas. That's the tungsten. That's the inert gas. It's argon. And this torch, basically, it's like flame. It's like oxyacetylene welding. It makes a puddle. The shielding gas comes out of here, protects the surfaces from, protects the puddle from oxygen. And then you make a puddle, and then you just run along and add rod, add filler. That's how that works. This foot pedal initiates the arc. When I push the foot pedal, it controls the amperage. And the contactor controls the flow of the gas and the amperage, more or less, and stop. Okay, so yeah, I formed a little piece to go in here. Gave myself a little handle, trying to hold the phone and show you, but that'll fit in right there just so. And you can see I beveled that back really nice, got it super clean, kind of clean this surface, everything got to be super squeaky clean. And then same thing, this thing, I bevel it back just so. Formed it around an old CBX cylinder liner. Got in here just so, very carefully, and chamfered that for a weld. Used a couple different types of abrasive to chamfer this guy to get the weld joint ready. Cut it out on a freaking bandsaw. Okay, there's our happy little piece tacked in there just so. And I can still move it around a little bit if I need to. So I'm going to go and grab a clutch cover and make sure it's going to mate up okay. I realize it's too tall and too long, but we'll sort that out later. Yeah, I think it's going to be okay. Might tap this in a little bit right here, but it gets cut right there. But just keep the reveal the same all the way around. Just keep the margins the same. I might just give that a wee little tap, but that's about it. Let's put her together. Yeah, so normally these Japanese castings are pretty decent, but this one is full of junk, and we're just chasing it, so there's not going to be like a row of dimes on this. We just got to get her closed up strong and finished out. Yeah, it's not pretty, but you know what? It's hard to get around the pinholes. At this point, I'm just gonna start grinding on it, filling pinholes, fairing it out. It's strong. It's like 100%. Hey, so yeah, those pinholes are just a bugger. You know, you can chase them and chase them and chase them. We're way past the weld joint. The weld joint was way back here. Now we're just into pinholes. Anywhere you wash up onto the case itself, you're just getting into porosity. So at some point, you got to call it. Overall, there may be a couple pinholes left at the end, tiny ones that no one will ever be able to pick out, and that'll just be a solid repair. Shoot, I think I actually got a decent seal on it. Okay, now I'm dressing out this side of the weldment, and here's how I sneak up on it without a mill. I do not have a mill. I have a lathe, but not a mill. So a little blue tape and then some of this packing tape over it, and then I just kind of sneak up on it, put a little blue Sharpie on there so I can kind of see where I'm going. And then here I just make sure I'm not touching the cases, and then when I get really close, I'll quit using the blue tape and just use this packing tape, which is about like 1/1000th thick. I mean, it's super thin. And then I'll get down to where I just put Sharpie on the case, and I'll just fine tune it down to like 2/10,000ths. It'll be spot on. You'll never be able to tell. And by the way, to sneak up on that, this is my favorite file. It's called a flat standard, and it's perfect for aluminum. I put a little dry wax on there. Cuts like butter. Super machine surface. Well, kind of machine. All right, there it is. You can see a little blue Sharpie where the Sharpie fades out. There's actually the joint right there. Pretty hard to make out, but it's spot on. Like perfect. Now I just got to dial in that little margin right there. A little more filing. Yeah, that margin right there. All right, it's starting to look like something now. Look at that. Look at that reveal. The margins on that are freaking perfect. Okay, there it is. Done and done. Surface just so. Without a milling machine. Yeah, it's good. They're going to vapor blast it. All that will disappear. Overall, I mean, pick that out. In the big scheme of things, it's decent. It's beautiful. Thanks for checking out Crusty Cycle. By the way, we'll tackle those other cases another time. I'm tired of welding cast aluminum right this minute.